From a technological perspective, what we do see is that we do need to double down on our efforts to accelerate some of the next generation future technologies that we need, especially if we are to meet our 2050 net zero targets. Because a lot of these technologies that we need for 2050 are actually still in prototype phases, and they need to be deployed. And here the reference for me, it's around larger and economic scale. When I talk about deployment, we often talk about electrification, digitalization, but these technologies for us, we see that they require additional investments. I'm talking about power to X, some of the long duration storage systems, and then even solutions like cyber security, digital solutions. All of those, we're saying they're not at the grander scale that's required for the type of ambitions that we have.
And for me, it means that we need to create and design a system that collectively has an emergent effect to honor the limitations of the grid. So that a system is not overloading the grid, but has an understanding of it. And most recently, with all the buzz around AI and large language models, foundation models that are underneath, that's a new area that we need to research and to see how those foundation models should be designed and created, and also how those AI models can interact with each other. We need to have a multi-party system to see how local communities, how they can then cooperate and play with those new technologies like AI, blockchain and tokenization.
I'm just going to concentrate on communities and the communities that are energy poor. And I think the beauty of solar is one of the technologies that can be off-grid and could be hybrid system. And these systems can then be implemented in the areas where the grid doesn't reach. Because the far-flung areas in South Africa, the grid will not reach. I mean, we know that South Africa we have one of the longest and the best grid in sub-Saharan Africa. However, there are areas where the grid will not reach. So I think decentralized systems will be able to then serve those communities better.
If we think about the technology from the innovation phase all the way to the deployment phase, there are multiple stakeholders involved, from all the international relationship and how things like war can affect the movement of technologies and which technologies are more viable and more feasible in a certain region, all the way to national political level and moving down to the organizational collaborations, because the energy transition is not a single stakeholder problem. We have different energy vectors and we have different energy sectors. And the energy transition needs the collaboration of all of these organizations. Each of them have their own agenda, their own objectives, and sometimes they collide. So there should be a better coordination across different sectors.